Das Privileg der Macht über das Volk entstand durch die adelige Abstammung.
Aha, ja, klar.
Nicht, nicht immer verfügten die Herrscher aber ausschließlich aufgrund ihres Geburtsrechts über so viel Befehlsgewalt, wie sie gerne gehabt hätten. Hi, my name is Jazz or V, and I welcome you to this November vlog. You've already seen, I've already filmed a little bit today. And this vlog, today is the 6th of November, and I think it will last for like the next 20 days. I'll just take you with me a little bit, show you snippets of what's going on, and so I can quickly talk about what I did today. So today I had uni in the morning, and then I visited my grandma, as you could see. She was doing great today. I'll visit her again in 2 weeks. And then I had like some tiny bit of downtime, like 10 minutes. I quickly went into the bookshop, and then my partner showed up and we went to eat together. After that, we actually went to an even bigger bookshop, and I may have bought some books. So I'm actually here to show you what I bought. So the first one you've already seen, I got Fascism and Democracy by George Orwell. It has 3 essays in here, I think. Maybe more. Let me see. It has more. It has 5. This book is tiny. It has how many pages? Like, it has 35 pages. But in here is Fascism and Democracy, Literature and Totalitarianism, Freedom of the Park, Review of the Invasion from Mars, Vision of a Totalitarian Future. That's the first one I got. Like, for George Orwell in general, I've wanted to read some of his essays. There's a lot of them I want to read. Mainly Can Socialists Be Happy? And also his take on nationalism I'm very interested in, but I just didn't get around to getting them yet. And also I didn't see them in any store. Like, obviously I could read them as an ebook, but I'd be interested in reading them as physical books actually. I know there's an Orwell Penguin Archive, so I might want to get that one, but I also know there's like an actual collection, so yeah. So that's the first one. Then I got another essay by my queen, by Octavia herself. So this one I heard great things about, and I felt I need it on my shelf, so this one here. Then I got 2 graphic novels. I got Garlic and the Vampire. Has been recommended all throughout October to read. I will read it in November because, you know, it's so spooky, right? November is the month of the witches to me. It's so spooky month, right? So yeah, I got this one because they had it. It had been on my TBR for a little longer than a month, I think. And then I saw it today and I was like, oh, let's get it. And then the last one I got is actually, quite a big one here. So this is A Right to Be Hostile. It's the Boondocks comics. It's the it's the third book of the comic collections. It's the only one I have. It's also the only one I had in the store. Looking online, I could get number one and number two, but anything after that is basically impossible to buy. Maybe about the Boondocks, watched the series. I think I started last year because I've been working a bit on like what is my heritage, if we want to call it that, and I've been looking for media where I feel represented, and I found the Boondocks by a coincidence, and it was the first time in my life where I really saw like my culture, or like one side of my culture represented in media, and I was like, oh my god. So yeah, I'm really excited to look into that. So yeah, that's what I got. That's like my little book haul. And then for maybe what I'm gonna be reading this month, I can give you like a quick information on my TBR. So I'm definitely gonna read Garlic and the Vampire. I'm definitely gonna read the Ocalia essay, and I will try to read the George Orwell essay. So that's already that. Then I'm planning on reading Miss Kim Knows and Other Stories by Cho Nam-ju. It's the same person who wrote Kim Ji-young, born 1982, so it's Korean original language, feminist literature. I really liked Kim Ji-young, I really resonated with me, and I'm curious what else this author has written. And then other than that, my plan is to complete my reading challenge of this year. I have to read 3 more books, and luckily enough, one of the books is actually the book club pick. I have a new book club with a few friends, and we will read Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. So I still needed an author from Africa, so yeah, I got that one. So then next, I still need an Irish author to read. So I'm be listening to Claire Keegan's Antarctica. I got it as an audiobook. And then finally, I still need the Pacific Islander book, and I will read Tales of the Tekongs. And I'm really curious. I'm really looking forward to all of these books. And yeah, I'm really excited. So I need to tell you what time it is. It's 11:15 at night. I was supposed to film an hour ago, but then my younger brother called and we were on the phone for an hour. This does not happen often, but we had a lot to yap. And I still have plans for tonight, so I will show you what I'll be doing. Maybe you can already tell I've worked on my arts wall. I'll show you in a second what it looks like at the moment. I've worked on my arts wall and I still need to finish it. So my plan is actually to get on my headphones, turn on Claire Keegan's audiobook, and then lock in and finish this wall. And I'll show you what it looks like now, and then I'll show you afterwards, or maybe I'll show you some progress. Exactly. But yeah, that's my little update. As always, I just film sporadically when I have time. I don't do that many things in my life. We're filming, there will be some journaling, of course. There'll be some bookish things, of course, some reading, some updates if there's something interesting. But yeah, I'll see where this vlog goes. I really like doing that. It's just like little snippets of my life, so I hope you'll enjoy it too. And now I'll get going on this wall, so... And we are done. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that took a long time. I'll give you a little tour. So, I had to add another row because I seriously just don't have enough space. I will show you what is left of the art. So you can see the whole art wall here. You can see that some is actually behind the shelf here because it just takes too much space. Oh, and this is how it goes. And I'm thinking up there, I could still add another FIFO art. So I will look what I want to add. But this is the wall. It's so nice. Also, it just fills up that corner so nicely. And then over here, you have the phantom wall, as you can see. A little better now. All kinds of things. Hi. And behind me, there's my ATEEZ posters on the door. I'm also thinking this corner here, on the other side of the bookshelf, it's just empty. But the thing is, I usually keep my door open unless I'm filming. So, or on a phone call that I like just want to have. So, I'm not sure if I should even put something there. And then this wall here, that's the last one left. Here, I already know what I'm going to put here. There's going to be some ATEEZ things here. But yeah, just as an update. Also, while looking for art, I found this House Moving Castle bookmark. It is so pretty. And of course, I just put it to my House Moving Castle collection here. But yeah, that's this update. I also put an art piece up there. And yeah, oh, I'm glad it's over. It was a bit of a hustle, especially with these two big pieces. I just didn't know where to put them. Now they're there, which gives like a little awkward spacing, but I think it's all right. And as for the empty wall, I still want to show you there's a lot of art. I wanted to put like everything here is art I still wanted to add, as well as these two. And everything in this box is art I still have. Like, oh, this stack over here alone here, that's all FIFA art. So yeah, and it won't be the last time I'm getting art. And I still have a full drawer full with just postcard prints. So I have even more art, but yeah, wall space is full. So I'll go through this stack and see which one I want to hang up. It's going to be a FIFA one. Like, it has to be. So yeah, I'm going to add this one and then, yeah, I'll see where it goes. Okay, I've decided I'm going to go with this one here because up there, it's kind of like goddesses type of situation. And I don't know, this one is just giving me God of Death vibes, and I'm just gonna put it up there. It's not very color coded now, but I think that's okay. Like, it starts with a skull and it ends with skulls. I think that's actually kind of fitting. What are you reading? How long have you been reading? Actually, how long has it been?
Months.
When did we go get it? Because I bought it. September?
When have you got it from?
Yeah.
That's what we got.
Okay. I'm reading Garlic and the Vampire. I'll read the whole thing. So we just read until I'm finished.
You can read the whole thing now.
Yeah. Yeah, 140 pages of graphic novel.
Maybe we'll see.
Bookmark. Have fun. Okay. So it's currently like really late at night. I have to get up in like 7 hours. I think it's like 11:30 right now. And I just finished up something and I quickly want to show you what I did. So I have a friend, a very, very close friend to mine, an ATINY friend. And she lives far away. And I'm actually lucky enough that my mom is visiting her country. I decided to give my mom some stuff so she could bring it to my friend. I obviously want to show you what I made or what I put together for her. So she's an ATINY, as I already said, and she is San and Yunho bias. Now I'm also Yunho bias, so I can't give her a lot of my Yunho stuff, but I do have some things that I can give her, and I quickly want to show you what I am giving away. I also have a lot of stuff, so don't be surprised. Like, this is like not a big deal for me. I still have a bunch of stuff. So first, I'm giving her this one from the latest ATINY kit. Then I got an OT8 set of postcards. Oh, that's actually two. I only have to give one of those. Okay, an OT8 set of postcards from the In Your Fantasy. And then I'm giving her 3 albums. Now, first, I still have a bunch of the World's Finn Will CDs, like digipacks. So I'm giving her one of those. And then I have a few of the Golden Hour In Your Fantasy editions. So I'm giving her one of those as well. And I'm actually giving her my Sun Golden Hour Part 2 pull. So this is the one I actually got. That's the one I bought myself from KQ. And I got a Sun one. And then I have a Yunho one. Actually, I have 2 Yunho ones and 1 Mingi one. So I have these albums and, you know, she can have Sun. I know she will be very happy. And then I'm actually giving her some photo cards that I have double, and I made the top loader and like decorate the top loader. So first is this Sun photo card, which I had as a dupe. I think there's another Sun photo card in there. I think it's a total of 3 photo cards, but I won't take them out now. And then this Yunho card, which was also a dupe. And I decorated those. I personally prefer the green one. I think it turned out better, but I know she will love it either way. And there's actually names. So here I wrote Sun and here I wrote Yunho. Yeah, top loaders. Then I'm giving her a bunch of washi tape samples because she always tells me she doesn't know what washi tape is or she doesn't have any. So I'm giving her all of that. And I decided to give her some of my postcards from my art collection. So obviously they didn't not have space up there, and I just got a few. Let me see if I can manage this one. This one here. Oh, this one's upside down. Sorry. Yeah, from the same artist. Then this whale postcard. I got this one from a friend once. Then an Oslo postcard I bought when I was in Oslo last year, pretty much a year ago. And finally this FIFA art print. That's a postcard print. Yeah, so I'm giving her this, and then I'm also giving her some paper. Just, you know, like ephemera is fun. So this is from a German dictionary, so she can enjoy that. And I made a letter for her. Like, I decorated the letter for her. So her name is Julia, as you can see. I also made this little sun collage for her. I hope she will like it. So yeah, that's that. So I will pack this up now and close it. And yeah, I'll give it to my mom tomorrow. I'm seeing my mom tomorrow. So I'll hand it to her and she will then bring it to my friend far away from me. And I'm so excited. Like, oh, I'm also very jealous because I wish it could be me who sees her instead of my mom. But you know, all in due time. I know one day we will get to meet somewhere on this planet. So yeah, that's my little update. And I've been really busy, maybe like book update. I've been extremely busy. So reading update, I finally finished Equal Rights by Terry Pratchett, and I started the Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. And other than that, I've been like only reading for university. So I've read a bit in like the philosophy book that I've been reading. But yeah, so I've had the busiest week of my life. The last 7 days were crazy. And I have another 3 crazy days coming up, and then I'll get to relax a bit. But yeah, that's my update. I'll see if I can film some tomorrow. I'm gonna go for lunch with my mom. I don't know, maybe she's up for it, and I still have some downtime before, so I might still go shopping or like book browsing. But we'll see. So yeah, actually I just remembered something. I also bought pens for my friend. I don't know where I put them. I'll have to go look for them, and then it's 3 like of these animal pens. If I think about it, I'll take a picture and then I'll show you guys. So yeah, see you later. Okay, I still found the pen. So a llama pen and a dog and a cat pen. If you know, you know about these two. And then this is the photo card holder. That's on side. And then this. It's not a photo card holder. What am I saying? It's just it's yeah. I'm too tired to know the word. What is it called? Top loader. It's a top loader. Decorated top loader. So once you see here Yunho and here Sunny in the cloud. Yo, what's up? Hello. So, long time no see, actually, because I am a clown. Now, let me tell you what happened. I recorded a whole thing, a whole like update on reading and on my book haul because I obviously went book shopping, right? And then I just deleted the footage because, yeah, because why not? Why not delete the footage? So, fast forward, it's Sunday, and I am showing you the books I bought this week. Okay, for your orientation, on Wednesday, I met up with my mom. I had a bunch of things to do and I had a bunch of downtime. So I actually went to a secondhand bookshop in the city of Bern. And they claim that they have 100,000 books. Now, I was in there, I believe them. That there were so many books. I feel like there were more books than in the biggest bookstore. I don't know. I guess it's the way the shop had the layout was, but it just felt like an insane amount of books. And of course, I had to buy some because there's this thing. I don't know if you have that as well, but the moment you pick one book, like you choose one book, like, yes, I will buy it. You actually just continue doing that. You're like, well, I'm buying one. I might as well buy 5. Anyway, since it was a secondhand bookshop, they were actually cheap. So I actually got 5 books for the price of one new book. If we think about it, I paid like a bit over 20 Swiss francs. And I will show you now for the second time which books I bought. But I will do it as if it was the first time. So let's go! The first book I have here is The Fairy Tale of Hans Christian Andersen. Now, I wanted to buy The Emperor's New Clothes anyways as the Penguin Archive edition. And they had that. And you see it's hardback. Wow, it looks like new. It's in German. And I grew up with these fairy tales. Like, I know quite a lot of them. And I'm really excited to read them because, yeah, fairy tales are underrated, and I love short story collections. You always hear me say the same things. I love short story collections. This is a short story collection if you want. It's a fairy tale collection. I want to read this. And I was also thinking it's a great thing. I'm a teacher, so to read to my students, especially if we work on fairy tales. I don't have students at the moment, but once I'm back at work and I have students, I would love to read from this book to them. So yeah, so I can't wait to reread those. So that's the first book. Then the second book, or actually the second and third. Now, I love Pedro Lenz. They had 2 of his books that I don't have yet. And I'm really excited because they're like also the exact same version as the ones I already have, which means they look beautiful on my shelf. Yeah, one of them is poems. The other one is poems. The orange one are poems. Yep, in Swiss German. And the other one, the blue one, is actually not in Swiss German, so not in like spoken language. Basically, it's in German. I don't know how to explain this in English, but the German-speaking people will know what I mean. So this is written in German, and it's all short stories about work, which I also think is great to read to other people. And I love short story collections. Yada, yada, yada. You know how it goes. And yeah, I'm really excited. They're also like new, also hardbacks. We love it. Then I got a poem collection. Voila. It's called There Are Girls Like Lions. Poems about being a woman. They're in English, actually. And they had a whole section on, or like a feature section, I guess we call it, because they had a lot more feminist lit, but they had a feature section on women in literature, and that one was there, so I got it. But the first book I actually picked up was also from this section, and it just spoke to me. I can't explain what it was, but the cover spoke to me, the title, because it wasn't the female only, like the women in lit section, and the title was like Gabrielle, and then you have like Georges Sand. It's like, I don't know, it felt very androgynous, so I was like, what is this book? And it is in fact very androgynous. Like, this book, I'm so excited to read it. It's a play, actually. It's written in 1839, and it's a French classic, actually. So original language is French. I have the German translation. And this book is about a person who is the heir of a lot of money and a lot of real estate. And this person grew up thinking they're a man. So they were raised a man in order to, like, inherit all of that. And then in their teenage years, they actually learn they were born female. And yeah, it's just, I'm very excited. If I read the back text, it says a lot that it's about gender identity and exploring gender, and that the author herself was also someone who was very androgynous in her ways. So this is a queer classic, my friends, written in 1839, and it's a queer book, and I'm really excited to read this. So maybe I will definitely tell you what I think about it once I read it, and tell you if you should read it as well. So yeah. The 5 books I got. Nice. Now I can put the 5 on my shelf. Good. Then I can give you a reading update. What have I been reading? So I've been reading the autonomy book for my literature class. Actually, not my philosophy class, sorry. Correction. And yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I'll not finish it in November because we just have to read 1 chapter each week. So I'll be done by the end of December according to the class plan. And we discussed for 2 hours about the definition of autonomy in class. So yeah, interesting, kind of. It's not, I wouldn't read it on my own, but it's fine. It's fine to read for my studies. And then I've read 2 essays of George Orwell's, the collection I got. So I read Fascism and Democracy, and I read Literature and Totalitarianism. God, that's a difficult word. Language is leaving me. My language is leaving my body. And yeah, what can I say? Not much. I'm actually like marking things down as quotes. I think it's interesting. Obviously, those were written in like 1941, so before 1984. And things he brings up, he just then like he actually wrote in 1984 as well, or like he made a scenario out of them. So I thought that was kind of cool. And like his take on fascism and democracy is like bad democracy is better than fascism. And I'm like, well, yeah, but that's also not getting us anywhere now, is it? Right? Duh. And the literature and totalitarianism, he says totalitarianism, I can't say this word, totalitarianism is the end of literature and like free thinking. And yeah, he's right. What can we say? That's like the truth. I'm not quite sure like what we're gonna do with that. He kind of like he's very much a doomsayer, I would say. Like he's very much about like, oh, totalitarianism will come everywhere, blah blah blah. He thinks that once democracy falls and capitalism falls, we will just get dictatorship. That's like his thought, which I'm not sure. Who knows? I think we get anarchy, but who am I? So yeah, obviously it's also written 80 years ago, so maybe the takes have changed. Maybe if he would live today, he'd say something else. Who knows? But yeah, that's his opinion. And then I also started reading Miss Kim Lowe's and Other Stories. I read the first story. It's good. I'm excited. I love the writing style of this author, and I think she really has a way with words. And I love how it's about women and women only. And I really like that. It's just the female experience. So yeah, did I read anything else? Let me think. Oh, yes, of course. I'm also reading Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. We had a book club call on Friday where we talked quite a bit about the book and the themes. And what can I say? Well, yeah, it's kind of a difficult read for me, just like for personal reasons, because, my skin color, and it's never easy to read about how the whites just like, wanted us dead. And for me, it's always like, I feel it's very heavy to like know that, okay, there's so much story before I was born that was just horrible towards my people, if we can say it like that. And it's not easy, because I always feel like kind of burdened, I'm always like, damn, all these people like died for a cause and they have to fight so much just so I have like basic human rights. And yeah, it's crazy and not easy for me. Yeah, I think Trevor Noah did a good job so far. I've read 3 chapters, and yeah, I like the way he writes. I like the way he tells the story. I like that even though it's very serious, he also can bring an unserious angle to it sometimes, which kind of makes it a little less heavy, That's my reading updates. And then like other life updates, I don't really have any. I've been not very active, to be honest. I mean, I've been, but not like interestingly active. I've just been chilling. If I was doing interesting things, I was just avoiding doing the things I should be doing. I should have journaled a lot, and I just didn't do it. I was planning on doing that today. However, I have to get up in 7 hours, so maybe it's not happening today. What I still will do is I will choose a bookmark for Miss Kim Knows, because I didn't yet do that. That's my situation. And I hope I'll do more this week. I'm not sure. I'm not really going anywhere. Actually, no, I am. On Tuesday, I'm going to the second-hand store with my dad. We're having a little outing. So maybe I can film then. I'll see. I'll see if I'll film them. And then tomorrow is Monday, so I have to upload a video. It's the Discovery video, which I filmed. I was very behind because I was so busy, which I filmed this week. And I only finished editing it today. Usually I'm done editing 3 days ahead because my brother helps me with the audio. But now, I just have to hope you can send me the audio in time for tomorrow. I still have to do a thumbnail there, but that's going to be not that big of a challenge. And yeah, that's my life update. I did get some boy paper mail. Look at this. Voila. Another one of these Yunhos, because great. Oh, and also, my mom obviously went to visit my friend. Or not my friend, went to visit the country of my friend, but she met up with my friend. And my friend got the goods, and she was so happy, and I'm so excited. It was very emotional. I watched her unboxing. She made a phone call. We called each other, and then we had like a FaceTime, what we'd call, right? And it was amazing. She was so happy, and it was very touching. And yeah, so much love to her. I know you're watching. I love you. Okay. Anyways, that's it for me. I need to like get my shit sorted and go to bed soon. And I have university all day tomorrow. I still have to read a bit in my philosophy book. But yeah, that's it. I wish you. See you soon. What's extreme?
Like a comedy.
It's good, huh? It's nice. Where you gonna get that drum?
Of course. It'd be crazy to leave it long so serious. I'd be like, look, I'm gonna. They want 9 for that nonsense.
But then 5 for the drum. Hello, it's me with a little update. It's night again. It's almost 11. Whoopsie. So I just did some journaling while listening to a podcast of the Swiss, what you call it, the Swiss National Radio News, whatever. Listen to a podcast on teachers wearing hijab in school. It was interesting because Switzerland is not very happy about that, but that's like political. But yeah, I just listened to that while journaling. I finally did my October cover page. Yes, I know. It's the 18th of November, but I did it. So now my October pages are done. I gotta be honest, I'm so behind. in my reading journal. Like this month, I've already read 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I read 4 books. I have not made a single page for the books of this month. So I just need to lock in. But I'm always like, oh, I need an audiobook to do that. And I'm not listening to an audiobook currently. Anyways, speaking of books, so today my dear father and I went to the secondhand store. We went to 2 secondhand stores, and the first one was did us well. And well, I got 3 books, or I've chosen 3 books, and then my dad said he'll pay it for me, and I was like, oh my god, that's so nice. I'm actually so happy. So I got 3 books gifted actually. And I paid a total of $8 for them, or he paid a total of $8 for them, and I quickly want to go through them. So the first book I actually saw was also the first one I took, which is this version of Franz Kafka's Metamorphosis. So it's actually funny. Half the book is the Metamorphosis, and the other half is a commentary on it by Vladimir Nabokov. Nabokov. I don't know how to say his name, but he's the guy who wrote Lolita. In case you didn't know, I have not read Lolita, and I don't really plan on. But yeah, I'm excited for that. Well, I'm excited for that. I don't know when I'm gonna read this because this is not my first Metamorphosis. I already own Metamorphosis. I've read it. It's like a staple read in high school here, or like post 9th grade school if you continue going to school in some shape or form. And yeah, so I've already read it, but if I'll reread it, I will reread this one and I'll read the commentary. But yeah, I gotta get a Kafka. I love the Metamorphosis. Just disclaimer, I think it's an amazing book, so I don't mind having multiple versions of it. Exactly. So that's the first book I got. That cost $4. That was expensive. And then the other 2 I got for 2 each. So I got a Penguin. They had a Penguin fiction in the English section, and this is How to Be an Alien by George Mikes, who's an Hungarian artist, which, is nice. Gotta be a bit diverse with the reading. Very curious about this. It's supposed to be funny, even though the intention when writing was never that it will be funny, but that's sometimes how it is with books. And then finally, I actually found a book in the secondhand store that is on my wish list. So I ain't complaining. I got a Miss Marple novel. Now, you might wonder what the hell is that? So basically, this author, David Safir, I don't know, I think that should be translation of that. He kind of like imagined what does Angela Merkel do now that she is retired, basically, and she's become a detective. And I don't know, I saw the first time I saw it. Where did I see it? I was traveling. So I either saw it in Germany, no, in Austria, or in Italy, but I'm not sure. But I've seen it and I was like, damn. I think it was Italy. Yeah, it was actually translated to Italian. I was like, oh, I have to look this up if it's from a German author, which it is. And yeah, Miss Merkel. I'm very excited. I don't like crime, as you know, but I, I like the thought of Angela Merkel solving crimes, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. So yeah, that's my 3 new books. It's kind of crazy. I've bought more books this month, or received more books this month, than I've done in like the 6 months before. I don't know what's going on. I feel I'm just like in a shopping mood. Maybe it's the season. Who knows? I'm excited, but I'm really glad I've been going to secondhand stores because I can get books really cheap, which is good. Because I'm currently not really making money, so yeah, but that's TMI. Anyways, other than that, reading update. So I'm halfway through Miss Kim Knows. I just read the 4th story, which is called Miss Kim Knows. And did I read it? I don't know. I'm in the middle of it. Yeah, I was reading it on the train and then I fell asleep. Like, consciously. I didn't fall asleep while reading, but I was like, oh, I'm tired. Put the book away and took a nappy. Like 10 minutes. But it was well worth it. That's why I'm still up. Yeah, so I'm halfway through that one. I have not really continued anything else, which I should be doing. But I should continue. We have a book club call on Friday. I want to be at least done with chapter 5 of Born a Crime. Ideally, chapter 6, just for me personally. I feel like 3 chapters a week makes sense. And then I have been assigned 30 pages of my philosophy book, which I will read. You know, I'm a good student. That's kind of the situation. It's currently the 18th of November. We'll see how far we get with books. I read 4 already. I mean, I ain't too bad. But I really feel I need to have an audiobook. I don't know. That I can just sit down, lock in, and journal for 4 hours. Well, maybe I'll see if I can find an audiobook that I can just consume while journaling, because it's been really hard for me to just sit down and journal. There hasn't been any like video essays I've been listening to, or a good podcast that I feel like listening to, or that's long. I need something long. 20 minutes just doesn't do it. If I do 20 minutes, then I have to get up and find something new. I need 2 hours at least that I can just look in. So I'll see if I can find an audiobook. Maybe. There's not really something I want to read though. Like, it's nothing like that I'm like, oh, I really want to consume this as an audiobook. But yeah. Anyways, I've been yapping. I should be going to sleep once again, as every day. So that's my update. I'll put my 3 books in my shelves. Exciting. Yeah, they're all fictions. Like, they all go into the shelf in this room. Like, my non-fiction shelf is in the living room. It's actually funny. I have the exact same shelf, like the same structure, but in the living room is all the non-fiction and all like the educational works that I've been dealing with. And in here is all the fiction of mine, of course. My partner also has books. Not as many, but there's also that. Anyways, I'll stop talking now. I wish you a good one. I don't know when we'll see each other again, but I'm sure we will. Maybe when I'm finished with a book, who knows? Maybe when I'm actually locking in for 4 hours and journal. Maybe then. But yeah, that's it for today. Peace of hours. Hello, good morning. Oof. It's 10 a.m. on a Sunday. Is it 10:30 already? I don't know. Anyways, my plan was I wanted to go to the library in the next town because I saw they have library cards for $5 with a huge ebook selection. And then I saw that the train actually, like, there's like problems. Usually it's a 15-minute train ride, and today it's an hour. So I was like, okay, I'm not going. I instantly came back home. I was like so ready, and then I just came back home. And now I'm gonna read a bit because I've realized I've been reading so much for like university or for book club that I have not been finishing books, because I'm always like, oh yeah, I shouldn't get too far because in university I only have to read 1 chapter. In the book club where like I'm kind of adapting my pace. So now I just want to read for myself a bit, and hopefully I'll finish a book today. So yeah, I'll be reading Miss Kim Knows and Other Stories. So yeah, I'll enjoy that. See you later.
Ik ben veranderd in het veranderd. Alex, du weißt doch, dass Ehrlichkeit der erste Schritt zur Veränderung ist.
Fucking Alex, Wisch.
Also, das Planen ist nicht ganz easy. Ich habe mit der Planung angefangen und das alles ist alles neu für mich. Ich musste zuerst mal Leute casten, ich musste zuerst mal so ein langes Drehbuch schreiben, ich musste zuerst mal eine Crew zusammensammeln, für das Ganze umzusetzen. Und es war nicht ganz ohne. Und es hat mich auch Angst gemacht, weil es das erste Mal, als ich so Regie geführt habe bei einem Projekt. Und ja, ich habe gedacht, ja, kann ich das überhaupt?